Bailey. As you can see, I'm sitting aside a Suzuki. It's a GSX 1300R Hayabusa. This is the fastest production motorcycle in the world today. This motorcycle is capable of traveling over 200 miles an hour, and it can run a quarter of a mile in less than 10 seconds. The bike you see me sitting on today is kindly being loaned to us by Johnny Dobrin of Exoticycle Motorsports here in Sarasota. And Johnny has been building, tuning and racing Suzukis for more than 15 years now. So before he takes me for a ride on this bike, why don't we pop inside and just have a look and see what Johnny's been doing in here. He produces some incredibly fast street bikes, and I think you'll enjoy this, so why don't we go take a look. Johnny, how's it going?
Yeah.
Johnny Dobrin, Exoticycle Motorsports. This is Johnny's shop, and these are his bikes, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his drag bikes here.
This is an 84 GS 1150, this purple one, and it is still the most popular drag motor used. This bike right here has 200 horsepower. We call it the Gangster. Really neat. This is the start of the Suzuki hot rod era. The next bike is the 86 GSXR 1100 Hypersport. First year of the GSXR. These bikes basically started the real sport bike look, with the double headlights, the full fairings, started getting wider wheels. Very, very neat bike. The 8990 GSXR, like this blue and white one, is the slingshot era, and these bikes are used by street and draggers still to this day quite a bit. And in fact, they're very fast bikes, even by today's standards. We move on to this silver 91 GSXR. This is basically the same bike as the 8990, but they started making some interesting upgrades. They inverted the forks, they made the fairings a little sportier looking, and basically upgraded the bike with a wider wheel in the back and a little bit better suspension components, and almost an identical motor, but they changed a few small things. This bike right here actually is a turbocharged GSXR and has 260 horsepower. The next era is the water-cooled GSXRs. This bike's a 95. These are real neat bikes. These bikes actually had a lot of potential, had excellent cylinder heads on them, were a lot of fun. This bike right here is lightened up a little bit, has a little bit of motor work, some aftermarket wheels, some aftermarket carburetors. Really a really neat bike. I mean, real light and extremely fast. This bike actually is faster than most bikes on today's standards. Now with the new Hayabusas we're building, they're showing great promise, nearly stock. And let me show you what we're building in the back now.
Okay, so here it is. This is the Project Special.
Yeah, this is what she will be. We're going to try and make a high 7-second in the quarter mile street legal motorcycle out of this. Right now the chassis is almost completely done. It is sitting on 68 inches of wheelbase.
Here I see you've got the motor all apart. This is the Suzuki GSX 1300R Hayabusa engine.
This is a Hayabusa motor, just opened up. She is getting ready to see some Falicon knife rods and some aftermarket pistons and a little bit of cylinder head work and a little bit of crank work, and this should make a real hot rod. I'm thinking that these motors, the way they are stock, you know, you can tune them to 160, 170 horsepower, and you start doing stuff, and 200 plus is right around the corner.
So you think we're going to be seeing 200 plus horsepower from this motorcycle?
Oh, absolutely.
And you're hoping to run this one in the 7-second bracket,
Yeah.
quarter mile.
Yeah.
Now this isn't going to be street legal.
This is totally street legal. This is world's fastest street bike shootout.
Totally street legal. Well, Johnny, I know you're getting set to head to the drag strip this afternoon.
Yeah, why don't you guys follow us out there, and we'll take some runs on one of my street bikes.
Why don't we do that?
All right,
Johnny,
great.
thank you much.
Awesome.
Well, here we are at Tota Drag Strip in Bradenton, and Johnny's got his GSXR 1300R out here, and he's going to run to the strip. So tell us, Johnny, how fast are you going to go today?
Well, Neil, the track is pretty nice today. It's a little humid, really not too bad, but I think it might go maybe a 9.5 second pass.
9.5 second pass, that sounds pretty good to me. So let's see what this thing will do. You just run a 969. Now that's a stock road bike. You can go to the showroom and you can buy that motorcycle. So really the next thing to do is see what's this thing like if you actually ride it on the road.
enjoy yourself. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. And of course, be careful because we don't want any tickets, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Well, I won't be emulating your performance at the drag strip. I'll see you soon.
Get done.